Welcome to the video lectures on course Radiation and Microwave Techniques. We are going through unit number 3, that is transmission lines and waveguides. This is the lecture 2 of unit 3. In this we will be going through the general solution of TEM, TE and TM waves. Let's see what are the contents that we are going to cover in this lecture. Learning outcomes, the modes of EM wave propagation, general solution of transverse electromagnetic wave, general solution of transverse electric wave and general solution of transverse magnetic wave. Coming to the learning outcome, after completion of lecture, students will be able to understand the modes of EM wave propagation like TEM, TM and TE wave, derive the general solution of transverse electromagnetic wave. Students will be able to derive general solution of transverse electric wave as well as the transverse magnetic wave. So we will go through each of this one by one, starting with the modes of EM wave propagation. Basically, the modes of EM wave propagations are as follows. The transverse electromagnetic mode. It is possible in transmission lines. In TEM mode, the electric field and the magnetic fields, they are perpendicular to each other. So before proceeding further, you must know what are the longitudinal components and the transverse components. So the components that are along the axis of propagation, they are called as longitudinal components, while the components on rest of the axis, remaining axis, they are the transverse component. The second mode is transverse electric mode of propagation. In TE mode, the electric field is transverse to the direction of propagation. There are no longitudinal electric field component, while the magnetic field component has both the transverse and the longitudinal components. The last is transverse magnetic mode. In transverse magnetic mode, the magnetic field is transverse to the direction of propagation. There is no longitudinal magnetic component, while the electric field longitudinal as well as the transverse components are present. This TE mode and TM mode, they are represented as TE suffix MN and TM suffix MN. M represents the number of half sinusoidal cycle variations along the x-axis and N stands for number of half sinusoidal variation along y-axis. So we will now see if we are considering EM wave propagating in Z direction. So we will see what are the components that will be present. In transverse electromagnetic mode, the EX, EY, HX and HY, they will be the transverse component, while the EZ and HZ, that is the longitudinal components, they both will be 0. In TE mode, as I said, there will be all the components of magnetic field, while the electric field component, that is EX and EY, which are transverse component, they will be present, while the longitudinal component EZ, it will be equal to 0. For transverse magnetic mode, all the electric field components, they will be present, and while the transverse HX and HY component, they will be present for magnetic field, and HZ, that is the longitudinal component, it will be equal to 0. So this will be needed for the general solution of TEM, TE mode and TM mode. So remember which components will be absent. So starting with the general solutions for the TEM wave, consider a waveguide or a coaxial cable which is placed in XYZ plane with the wave propagating in Z axis and having the time harmonic field of e raised to j omega t. For this, the electric and the magnetic field, they are given with this equation, and magnetic field with this equation, where E bar of xy and H bar of xy, they represent the transverse component, while Ez and Hz, they represent the longitudinal components. Assuming transmission line or the waveguide to be the source free, we will start with the Maxwell's equation first. Maxwell's equation, they can be written as del cross E bar is equal to minus j omega mu h bar. So the other Maxwell equation is del cross h bar, which is equal to j omega epsilon E bar. Let's name this equation to be first and the second equation, and we will find out the values of this. Del cross E bar is equal to minus j omega mu h bar. So we know the curl of E bar can be given as like this. So the first equation will be dabba Ex upon dabba Y minus dabba upon dabba Z of Ey equal to minus j omega mu Hx. Second equation will be dabba by dabba x of Ex. It will have minus sign, minus and the outside minus sign it will become plus, so it is plus dabba by dabba Z of Ex equal to minus j omega mu Hy. This will be dabba by dabba x of Ex minus dabba by dabba Z of Ex equal to minus j omega mu Hz. Similarly, if we calculate the curl of h bar, it is given as with this equation. So first we get dabba by dabba Y of Hz minus dabba by dabba Z of Hy equal to j omega epsilon Ex. Then second equation will be minus dabba by dabba x of Hz plus dabba by dabba Z of Hx, which will be equal to j omega epsilon Ey. Similarly, dabba by dabba x of Hy minus dabba by dabba Y of Hx equal to j omega epsilon Ez. So likewise we got this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th equation. Now if the wave is propagating in the z direction, E bar is given as E naught e raised to minus j beta z. If we derive Ez with respect to z, we get this minus j beta will come over here, and the rest of the term it will be as it is E naught e raised to minus j beta z, which is equal to minus j beta E bar. So replacing all the equations which are having a dabba by dabba z with minus j beta from all the equations 3 to 8. So we get dabba Ez by dabba Y plus j beta Ey, it's equal to minus j omega mu Hx. Similarly, we get minus j beta Ex minus dabba Ez by dabba x equal to minus j omega mu Hy, and dabba Hz upon dabba Y plus j beta Hy is equal to minus j omega epsilon Ex, and minus j beta Hx minus dabba Hz upon dabba x minus j omega epsilon Ey. As you can see, this equation number 5 and equation number 8, it does not have the dabba by dabba z term. So this equation number 5 and 8, they will remain as it is. Only the equation 3, 4 and 6, 7, they will get changed as they are having dabba by dabba z. So we are replacing it with minus j beta. So from equation 9 and 12, from equation number 9 and 12, equation 12 can be written as in terms of Ey equal to minus j beta Hx upon j omega epsilon minus 1 upon j omega epsilon h of z. Similarly, equation 9 can be written in terms of Hx equal to 1 upon minus j omega mu dabba Ez upon dabba Y minus 1 upon j omega mu Ey. Putting this value of Ey in the equation of Hx, putting this Ey term over here, we get Hx equal to j upon kc square omega epsilon dabba Ez upon dabba Y minus beta dabba Hz upon dabba x. Similarly, if we go on continuing for all the equations, we get Hy equal to minus j divided by kc square omega epsilon dabba Ez upon dabba x plus beta dabba Hz upon dabba y. Similarly, we will get Ex equal to minus j divided by Kc square beta dabba Ez upon dabba x plus omega mu dabba Hz upon dabba y. Similarly, Ey equal to j upon Kc square minus beta dabba Ez upon dabba y plus omega mu dabba Hz upon dabba x. This is equation 13, 14, 15 and 16. We got the values of Hx, Hy, Ex and Ey in terms of Ez and Hz. Hx, Hy, Ex and Ey, these are the transverse component and Ez and Hz are the longitudinal components. So we have written all the transverse components in the terms of longitudinal components. Here this Kc square is equal to k square minus beta square, which is cutoff wave number. Here in this Kc square equation, this k denotes wave number, while Kc, as I said, it is cutoff wave number and beta is the propagation constant, and k is equal to omega under root of mu epsilon. Moving to the general solution of transverse electromagnetic wave, we know Ez and Hz, that is the longitudinal components, they are equal to 0. If we put Ez and Hz equal to 0 in all the equations that we have found of Hx, Hy, Ex, Ey, they will become 0. So we will put Ez, Hz equal to 0 in equation number 9 and equation number 12. So we get minus j beta Ey equal to minus j omega mu Hx minus j beta Hx equal to j omega epsilon Ey. We get Hx equal to minus j omega epsilon Ey upon j beta. Putting equation 19 in equation number 17, we get beta square equal to omega square mu epsilon. We know what is omega square mu epsilon is nothing but equal to k square. So from here we got beta is equal to k, that is propagation constant is equal to wave number. So in TEM wave, the cutoff wave number is 0. So this indicates that TEM mode, all the frequencies will pass, there is no cutoff frequency. Now coming to the Helmholtz equation for TEM wave, they are given as del square plus k square Ex equal to 0. Del square here is dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square by dabba y square plus dabba square by dabba z square plus k square into Ex equal to 0. We know dabba by dabba z is equal to minus j beta. If we do dabba square by dabba z square, it will be minus j beta into minus j beta, which will be equal to minus beta square. But we also know that beta square is equal to k square. So here we can write it as minus k square. We can put here dabba square by dabba z as minus k square. This minus and this plus k square, they will get cancelled out, and we get dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square dabba y square Ex equal to 0. Similarly here this dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square by dabba y square, it is denoted as del t square, and it can be written as del t square E bar x comma y equal to 0. Del t square h bar x comma y equal to 0. Helmholtz equation can also be written in the terms of potential. E bar x comma y equal to minus del t phi of xy. You know what is del t? Del t is equal to x bar dabba by dabba x plus y bar dabba by dabba y. Del t square phi of x comma y is equal to 0. For TE waves, we know Ez equal to 0 and Hz is not equal to 0. That is, the longitudinal magnetic component is not equal to 0, while the electric component, that is the longitudinal electric component, is equal to 0. Now we are having this equation of Hx in the previous discussion. If we put Ez equal to 0 and then we get Hx equal to minus j beta upon kc square dabba hz by dabba x. Similarly, we have the equation of Hy. In that, if we put Ez equal to 0, we get Hy equal to minus j beta upon kc square dabba hz by dabba y. We have Ex equation. In that, if we put Ez equal to 0, we get minus j omega mu upon kc square dabba hz upon dabba y. In the equation of Ey, if we put Ez equal to 0, we get Ey equal to j omega mu upon kc square dabba hz by dabba x, where kc is not equal to 0 and beta is equal to under root of k square minus kc square. Propagation constant is a function of frequency and geometry of transmission line or waveguide. Helmholtz equation for Hz can be written as dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square by dabba y square plus dabba square by dabba z square plus k square Hz equal to 0. Similarly, for TM waves, we know Ez, that is the longitudinal electric field component, is not equal to 0, while the longitudinal magnetic component is equal to 0. That is, Ez is not equal to 0, Hz is equal to 0. In the equation of Hx, if we put Hz equal to 0, we get the value of Hx for TM mode, that is equal to j omega epsilon upon kc square dabba Ez by dabba y. In the equation of Hy, if we put Hz equal to 0, we get the value of Hy in TM mode equal to minus j omega epsilon upon kc square dabba Ez by dabba x. In the equation of Ex, if we put Hz equal to 0, we get the Ex value in TM mode equal to minus j beta upon kc square dabba Ez by dabba x. Similarly, for Ey equation, if we put Hz equal to 0, we get Ey equal to minus j beta upon kc square dabba Ez by dabba y, where kc is not equal to 0 and beta is equal to under root of k square minus kc square. Again, the propagation constant is a function of frequency and geometry of transmission line or the waveguide. Helmholtz equation can be written to find Ez as dabba square by dabba x square plus dabba square by dabba y square plus dabba square by dabba z square plus k square into Ez equal to 0. In this way, we have found out the general solutions for the transverse electromagnetic wave propagation, for transverse electric and the transverse magnetic waves. Hope you have understood this lecture and you will be able to derive the equations for the general solution of transverse electromagnetic, transverse electric and transverse electric wave. Thank you.